Hello crafty friends, Mary back with my next project for the design team. I'm in the middle of die cutting this die by and let me bring the die here. Here's the die. Frantic Stampers. It's the Modern Happy, and it's a pretty good sized die. It measures, here's the measurements right here. And what I've done is I've die cutted I will have die cutted 3 times on a slim card. And I'm trying to align it. I'm die cutting it for the 3rd time here, trying to get the angle on the 3rd time the same, trying to get the placement to be as close to the same as possible. Let's see how that works out. Okay, so you see, not bad. It looks like it's aligned pretty well. The only thing that is a little off is the placement. It's a little bit indented to the right. But, you know, I'm happy with the placement. If you noticed, on the flip side, I've already put tape, just regular Scotch tape on the back, so that when I put the little letters back in there, they'll stick in place. I've already colored these 2. I'm going to pause the video and color these, and then I'll be back to place the colored letters into their appropriate spots. So I will be back in a few minutes. Hi, I'm back. Okay, so I colored all the little letters, and I'm going to start putting them in. We're going to start with purple, which is my favorite color, so it's kind of always my go-to first color. Having the tape on the back makes it easy because you don't have to worry about putting adhesive on these little letters. You could, of course, always put double-sided tape on the whole panel before you die cut the letters out. But this is just as easy. And don't forget to save your little middle pieces. You see the tail? And the very tiny middle, I'm over on, oh! I think I just lost the little tiny piece from my A. Make sure you have it pointing the right side. When you die cut something, the die almost always creates kind of a curve to the sides, and that curve lets you know which is the top of your die cut. Now, An easy way to flip the orientation of your die after you die cut it is to flip it, to actually flip it. If it is something like a shape or a figure, let's say if it's a cat, something that can be flipped. Obviously letters can't be flipped, but a shape or an animal or a flower can be flipped. So just keep that in mind. But in those cases, that little lip or that little indentation will be going up instead of going down. But there is a way to get rid of it. You could take a stylus and you can kind of curve it down. So keep that in mind. So now we have purple. I think we're going to do the pink and then the blue. And I used Mag Zig watercolor markers without any water on them, just straight off the marker or off the brush. I used the following colors. I used pink, which is number 25, cobalt blue, which is number 31, and violet, which is number 80. And I just put the letter on a piece of regular just typing paper, scratch paper. Oh, look at that, messed up. And colored it in, but it's messy, and your hands are going to get dirty, inky. If you're using like your little, if you're holding it like this and painting it. So don't use your hands to touch the white card. Either use something like this, tweezers, to hold your letters as you're brushing it, or to apply them back into position. And if you ask me how I know that, it's because I made that mistake a couple times. But after I colored, I went and washed my hands. So there's my sign, my happy. Let's put in all the little circles. Look, right there. I really, for the life of me, can't have any white space. Let's see if I could get that, clean that up. Probably not. My car panel is Strathmore Mixed Media 400. That's what I use for all my car panels. Let's see if I could clean it with a little bit of water. Okay, I'll let it dry for now and see if I could do something more later. I went to pick up that little this one, and I jumped, but I was able to find it. You see, the tape behind it helps it. And now I could put adhesive on the back and put it onto my car front. So that's my car panel there. Now to work on, work on the next part. I'll be right back. Hi, I'm back. So I finished the card, or at least the front of the card. I colored the letters of the happy. Once again, I used this die, the Modern Happy die, and I die cut, or not die cut, but I fussy cut a card base for it out of just regular cardstock, 110-pound cardstock. Then I used Mermaid Lagoon, Wilted Violet, and Picked Raspberry to ink my sections of the card for a little extra color. Well, for a lot more color, leaving the middle for a little bit of white for a little pop. And then I used a small dot stamp that I had from an old set, and I can't remember the name of it right now, but it's just a little dot that has a couple of different sizes of dots, and I used the same color of same 3 colors of ink to get the dots in purple, pink, and blue. So that finished that card, so that's good. And then on the inside I will put birthday on there. So that finishes this card. I also did another card using the happy. So this one is let's say that this one is, what do we want to call this one? Horizontal, and this is vertical. So this one is vertical. I used the happy on an angle, and this one is slightly smaller, the front panel, than the regular one. This one measures 3 and 3/4 by 8. This one measures 3.5 by 8. Actually, not 8. I think it's less than 8. Let me get a ruler. That measures 8.5. And yeah, 3.5 by 7.5. 7.5. So on this card, I used, once again, I used the same Modern Happy. For the little cat, I used the cute Kitten. I love this little cat. I used watercolors on him to make him kind of a little ginger kitty, taupey kitty. And then for the balloons, I used the balloons from an Avery L balloon stamp and die set. I didn't use the dies, but it does come with a die, or it does have matching dies. I used the heart balloon. It also comes with a star balloon, but I used the heart balloon. And I believe that this set is just called Ellie, the Ellie stamp set. And it's an older set. I think this is from like, yeah, it's from 2002, I believe, 2012. So those are the ones that I use for this card, the tall card. So those are 2 looks at this set of dies. I hope you give it a try. Give them a try. Until next time, take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye.